conscience. So I just immersed myself in the world of St. Sabina and spent time with Father Mike and his peacekeepers and the community there, and tried to learn as much as I could.
We love you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
We talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned, whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
My participation is only because of Mr. Spike Lee, our leader, our director, and he reached out to me and blessed me with the opportunity to be in this film and said that his mission was to save lives in the south side of Chicago.
I'll just say like this. First of all, give you the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes as a young cat. I'm 37 now. Started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, let me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
We are more than that. We are more than that. We're greater than that. And I feel like in places like this, or Chicago, or whatever you want to call it, the hood, whatever you want to call it, like, it's too much attention dwelled on the negative.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Hi, we're from Empire, and you're watching the Higher Learning Network.
So how long have you been standing here?
Not too long, like an hour. So we're moving in fast. This is a good sign.
Yo, what's up? It's your man, Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning. It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. Join me, Naimah Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naimah Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution radio show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Zdravstvucie. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadef. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom. In Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all.
Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed, into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on higher learning with ZeldaSpeaks for your Monday morning mindfulness session on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7:30 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, ZeldaSpeaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on higher learning with ZeldaSpeaks. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening.
We stay up way too late, and so we don't get our 8 hours sleep. But if we operate according to the natural cycles, sun comes up, there's natural light, we operate, we can see. When the sun goes down, we go to bed. And that is so much more health producing than trying to stay up way past nighttime and just keep working, because we always stress about it, gotta make money, gotta get the bills paid. We'll be encouraged to operate on a natural cycle that is healthier. And when the sun goes down, we go to bed.
Right.
And that makes a whole lot more sense.
And that's a lot more challenging. That's a lot more challenging right now because it gets dark at 5:30 and it's like, I got too much to do. I know that's what most people are thinking. I got so much to do when the sun goes down. Maybe you've been out all day, the sun goes down, you're in the house and you've got things to do and the sun's down and it's like bedtime. Because I don't sleep more than like 6 or 7 hours. So if I go to bed at 6, I'm up at midnight. So that's really challenging to plan your day around the sun going down and coming up. Yeah. What do you do from midnight to 6 if you sleep 6 hours from 6 to midnight? So that's a challenge in itself, but we may have to start thinking that way. And then from midnight to 6, or am I going to read with a flashlight?
Candlelight dinners.
Yeah. Have a candlelight dinner, right? You know, at 6 o'clock, have dinner by candlelight, and then maybe plan bed around 8 or 9. But 6 is too early for bed for most of us.
When the lights go out, there's something else that goes on. You know, everything is run by electricity. Even your gas-powered stove is run by electricity, unless you have that lighter or that match to light the pilot, and that's dangerous. So your heat is not working. Your hot water is not working. So there are a lot of other components to when you have no electricity.
Brother Kwame, you wanted to chime in?
Mic open?
Yes, it's open.
Yeah, and it's very important that we understand the human mind. The part of it is we have a circadian rhythm. And the thing is that when the light rises, when the sun rises, the melatonin cuts off. When the sun goes down, the melatonin releases because the body knows that it's time to rest. Mm-hmm. You know, I get up and I watch the sun rise, and in the summer, you hear all the crickets and the tree frogs, and soon as the sun begins to rise, the birds will start singing, and the crickets and the tree frogs stop singing. They know to orchestrate their song with the rhythm of the sun. It's been said that when you walk into a room, you turn on the light, darkness knows what it is. Mm-hmm. And so what we have to begin to do is like Naimah was sharing, is that we have to go back to our natural rhythms. We've been with this. We think that we need to have all of this lighting and these other things. Mm-hmm. I just sent you a piece on the 5G. 5G is 60 hertz speed, same as oxygen, and that is an artificial oxygen in which we're attempting to breathe into our bodies, and the body knows it's not a natural oxygen. Oxygen comes from the trees and the plant life, and being able to give us back, take our carbon out that we breathe out, it takes it in and it gives us back the oxygen. So we have an exchange, a natural exchange. What we're living in is an unnatural environment, and these environments are creating the whole ease of us as humans. I thought babies could hear in the womb.
Yeah,
they can.
And congratulations on that new granddaughter. You know, a lot of men want sons, but through daughters you can get grandsons, and that's why they call them grand.
Ah.
Yeah, grand. They're gonna bring you grandsons. But I really did think that babies could hear in the womb. And Naimah, that facial diaper, that's a winner. And Mama D, they feel.
The hearing, I think the hearing in the womb is energetic, not the way we think of hearing. It's an energy hearing. When mom and dad are fighting outside the womb, that baby can feel the energy of the words. So it's more energetic. As you know, somebody said we were amphibians. I think it was Karen on my show Friday. Said we were amphibians in the womb. So as amphibians, our hearing and our seeing are all very different, but the hearing, I believe, is an energetic perspective, not the way we hear sounds, hearing voices the way we do now.
The ears are the first to develop. Your actual hearing is the first to develop, which is why your children, if you speak to them, they will have heard words before they're being born. They will have heard the sound of language, and that also helps if you speak to them in different languages. Their ears
like the vibration. You know, I think babies pick up the vibration of the parent's voice, the mother's voice, music. They're feeling the vibration, not necessarily translating the words, but they feel the vibration. And I think they can probably translate better in the womb what's going on, because it goes into their subconscious. If the energy is dark or negative, that baby's going to come out of that womb with a nervous system that is off balance. So they know that babies do pick up the sounds in their external environment, but it's just different from us hearing somebody say, oh, F or this or F that, but they feel the vibration of that. That's why our words are so important to watch what we say, because it's an energy and it's a vibration that affects people and ourselves even.
Absolutely.
Well, they're in water. They're in water sacks, and what happens in water when movement hits water, it vibrates. It's a sound.
Exactly.
And when you have that birth that baby, you're breastfeeding, or that baby is just resting on your heart, your ear, your inner ear to ear, which is your heart. That was a new clue that I learned today. But that's all that connection. And then they verbally, because now that they're out, they now verbally start deciphering the language of the nature.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny, we're all trained in the womb to feel words first. We feel the vibration of words first in the womb. So we're trained when we come out to sense what people are saying more than what the words are. We sense the vibration of the words, and that's what affects our health when we come out. Is we've been feeling vibration. It's been affecting our cells, our nervous system, and then we come out, we're very sensitive to vibrations. If mommy and daddy are yelling, we don't understand the words they're saying, but we can feel the energy that they're giving out. That's why it's so important to watch the watch our love language versus
and it's important that I get this message in before we get cut off the air too. We may go over a little bit, but not much, because I got a 10 o'clock appointment. I got to get out of here. We have some calls on the lines we're going to take. But I just want to read to you all the suggestions that we've been given so far, what to do when the lights go out. Number 1 is to stop and breathe in and breathe out. Take long, deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Number 2, go to bed at bedtime. Learn to operate on the natural life cycle. Excuse me. Number 3, have candles ready. Number 4, flashlights. Number 5, matches. Number 6, have some battery operated appliances. Number 7, essential oils, lavender and chamomile. Google the other ones. Number 8, learn about the circadian rhythm of the body, how the body functions naturally. You need to know the natural rhythms. You on YouTube and Google looking for everything else, look for that too. Number 9, have emergency plan ready. Number 10, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Number 11, practice those affirmations.
And so being able to be in touch with ourselves and being able to come back to our natural ways, because once you stay in nature a few days, all of your natural instincts will kick back in. This is part of what we're doing is, and remember when we were at Nauvoo, I was saying, what happens after midnight? It's still night. Not day, and we have to understand that we're going that clock in which they created to say, after 12 o'clock it's daytime, it's the next day. No, it's still that night. It doesn't become day until the sunrise. We're moving on their timeline. It's not a natural timeline. Sun comes up, it's day. Sun goes down, it's night until the sun comes back up. And we have to understand our natural rhythm. Papa always said, didn't you hear that rooster crow?
Yes. Yes.
Rooster crow. Everybody had to hit the deck. But kerosene lamp. Add that to your light repertoire.
I'm adding it right now, Mama D.
You know, when I lived in the country, that we had 2 roosters. I just thought about. We had 2 roosters on the property. They would crow all day. It was like so confusing. And I wonder if that's a sign of the environment that we find ourselves in, that even they are off balance, which to me was a sign.
I think
to me, that was a sign that this whole society is off balance, because that rooster would not only crow at 3 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, noontime. The rooster was crowing all day. I'm like, what's wrong with these roosters?
It was the international rooster.
International rooster. Yeah, they imported from China. That's probably happening. But I think it is an imbalance. So sometimes I was out in Pembroke. We were out visiting a client, I guess about a month and a half ago, and the neighbors across the road had a rooster that just kept crowing, and it was like 3 in the afternoon. I'm like, what's the matter?
Yeah, what is that?
You know, are they on Chinatown or and it wouldn't stop. And I was like, now what is the problem? And then of course our neighbors said, well, what happened is they separated that rooster, and he doesn't have access to the hens, and the other one does. I'm like,
okay. So, that makes
the frustration. Give me to the hens.
Frustrated roosters now.
But one of the things, and I think about solar power and battery backups, because a lot of the people out in the Pembroke Farm area are working with us and doing that, because they get a lot of power outages. Their lights go out all the time, and if you don't have power, and you don't have quick access to ComEd and things like that, you really could be in trouble, especially if you grow crops and you got to refrigerate them, and your refrigerators go out, and you can't keep your vegetables and your fruits cold.
But how about just a cell phone solar power? That's major, because when the lights go out, I can't charge my cell phone. You need a solar powered cell phone charger.
Yeah, you do solar battery power, solar cell phone. Yeah, you need, because I've got those solar power battery charge for cell phone. That's our lifeline now. Now that we're social distance and everything, you really need your electrical power. So you got to find some alternatives like battery power to solar power. You got to have something because you got to keep connected.
That's right.
I just got my holiday lights that are solar powered.
Ah,
that's cool. That's really cool. Save some money, Deborah. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a smart thing to do too, because people spend a whole lot of money on. We got a couple of neighbors here now. They already got their Christmas lights up, and I know that's adding to their electric bill. You got all these beautiful decorations, but you're gonna pay for it in January, sure.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense to have electric Christmas lights anymore. If Deborah found solar, everybody should be looking for solar powered lights for your house if you do that.
Absolutely.
Brother Kwame, you wanted to speak?
Yeah, I was listening to everybody on the phone, and the thing about it is how many of us still have a phone book that we write down numbers that we because
that's a good one.
I do.
Keep our numbers.
I do.
Have you written down? Because if it's in your phone and the power goes out, then you can't even call people because you haven't memorized their number and it's not written down. That's definitely.
Well, now you can make sure it's in your computer, so you can at least transfer numbers to your computer. But then if your computer goes out, you better have solar power to keep your computer going. So it's all connected.
Or just use your landline too. Keep your landline
and memorize. Train your memory. I mean, a lot of phone numbers that you need for emergency, memorize those numbers. You know how I used to have you memorize your phone number when you were a child, you're 4 years old, in case you get lost, you have to memorize your home number. You need to memorize relatives' numbers, friends' numbers. Memorize those numbers. Our brains still work. That's the best way to make sure you stay connected, because you got to have
good exercise. Yeah, good brain exercise.
Yeah. I mean, I know all y'all's numbers by heart.
I don't.
I admit it, I don't. I'm lost if that happens. Well, mine are in my computer though.
Yeah, if the lights go out, what you gonna do?
Well, my battery, I'm gonna charge my battery with solar power. That's what I'm gonna have to work on.
All right, there you go. Get a solar power. Charge your battery.
But it's not so I have to plug it in once it goes down after I've charged everything. So that's on my to-do list too. Today, get solar charger for your everything. Okay, it is 9:07, and I hope I got to everyone. I'm gonna go back to the phone line and see if I can get this last call.
Yeah, I think you still got 312-802 if your mic is open. I mean,
111-1111. Are you there? Did you unmute your mic? Okay.
Yes, I am. How are you?
Oh, go right ahead. Thank you so much. Hi, who's calling and what's your comment? What happens when the lights go out?
Hey, get the load of this. Y'all talk about darkness and light. Darkness has light in it, that they have the inner light within yourself.
All right now.
Like darkness, nature. Now, cut off, like this in the morning, listen to some birds sing some songs.
Yes.
Personally, come over there and interact with you. If you give them the opportunity. You got too much confusion on that bird.
So I'm adding that to the list. So what exactly should I put down here? Is this Bob?
Yes, it is.
This is Bob. Thank you so much. Okay, so what did you tell me to write exactly, Bob?
No, I just said that darkness is an interesting state of being because we have an innermost light all the time.
Get in touch with the inner light.
That light.
I like that. I like that. And I think that alludes to what Brother Kwame said earlier, getting back to nature, what Viata said, getting back to nature. You got to get out with the elements. Thank you. Go outside and listen to a tree.
Yeah. Make a silence.
Yes. Thank you so much for that comment. We're going to take our last call because we've got to get out of here. Area code, where is she at, Naimah?
312-802. Your mic is open, Minister Cynthia. Check your mute. Make sure you're open.
312-802. Is that?
This is a fabulous conversation of morning. I loved it. And the cool thing about somebody that got knocked off was probably talking about the baby because it's me knowing all that I know from my spiritual manners. But here we go. When I was down south, that's my mama's eve, there was no television. Let's remember that. and we would be allowed to put on the porch. And then we would have that rhythm of the night, the rhythm of the universe coming upon us. And then we went to bed. And I like what Dr. Kwame said about the light and sun coming up and the darkness. And that's what we usually hear the noises too. But that's all my comment is today. Thank you, Jesus.
Okay. Thank you so much, Minister Cynthia Marie Williams. We appreciate you. Go ahead. Yes.
This is Mama AZ. Is my mic still open?
Yes, baby, we hear you. Go right ahead.
Okay, I have another thing to add. I'll send you the website, but you can purchase these little propane lantern lights. They're cutest little things. They're tiny. You should look into them. And they're easy. They come with the little propane tank and a light, and it gives you a lot of light. So you can add that to your shipment of what you need when you have no light. There's a lot of other things. And one other thing, you cannot text me. My phone won't receive it. So call me, Deborah. I want to talk to you about the Overground Railroad University. I am an agent, a rock agent of the Overground Railroad University. And your travel, I think it's Sister Deborah, will work good with what I've been getting as far as information is concerned. So that's all I need to say. Just please call me. And Brother Kwame, I'm going to call you. Peace.
All righty. Thank you so much, Mama AZ. Yes, Brother Kwame, you get the last word from the audience.
Okay, and I think it's very important that we understand too. We have 4 seasons. And in that 4 seasons, we have different rhythms, and we have to understand that our body will desire certain things that we need nutritionally for the winter as opposed to the summer in our diet. We're able to keep that rhythm because certain things grow when the sun is bright, and certain things don't grow when we don't have that much daylight.
Powerful. So our winter diets change as opposed to our summer diets. I think in the summer we have more water soluble vegetables and fruits available to us because we don't live in a warm climate. Well, I don't live in a warm climate, but for those who do, like you live in Georgia, you all can probably plant a little bit more often than we can. That's why I got the tower garden over there, so I can grow me some things and not be concerned about that. But that's very important, the body rhythms, summer diets and winter diets, and be aware of that. So if you're sluggish this Thanksgiving, now you'll know why, because you are offset. There is no